So yeah, let's get right into it. We are in the pistol rounds, and this time around, Sam, we have on our hands MIS Esports up against Teiko. Teiko, already we've seen them playing in the previous season as well, but MIS Esports, they are going to be a new name that we are going to be introduced to. Let's see how these teams do against each other. Teiko was able to put up against tryhards quite well in the previous matchup that we had in the previous season, but now they are up against an entirely different team. So yeah, let's see what we have on our hands this time around.
Kicking things off here on Inferno, and again that super aggression that we saw a little bit earlier on with completely different teams, but so far it's Teiko that have taken full control of the start of this round. Now MIS in a 2 versus 3 retake. A lot of damage has been done, but the cleanup is just not there. The shot's not connecting. Siren having an absolute barn burner of a round so far. 3 kills for him, but it's going to be cool to get the very last one of the round and secure that pistol round for Teiko.
Well, off to a good start. You love taking those pistol rounds. Always. And now, 0-1, MIS Esports. I'm looking at the player names, just trying to get them in my mind. Seiko, Flixo, Woozy, Motion, and Karar. Interesting. Karar is, in fact, is going to be investing into a Zeus, so we might see a kill from that Zeus into Apps or a Banana. But yeah, since we are on Inferno, let's get our minds a little bit into perspective of how this map is really is. Because, hey, as you said very early on that this is a frag-heavy map, and it definitely is, but on towards A side, you can actually play a lot default style, you know, because you can go for those timings, you can definitely go for a slow take, but whenever you are going for Banana, it's just full on. Go out, guns blazing, get those kills. So yeah, for now, Teiko, they are playing it out really slow. They do have mid. They do have second mid. No picks to be found just yet. They are going to be smoking off Arch, so that is going to be disrupting a little bit of information. But the problem is, MAS, they haven't really posted up anyone, but look at that. That stack on B is actually going to be getting them a kill. 4 people on B, and that is going to be their sign to move into A side. But hey, the Zeus posted up inside Apps is going to be finding a kill. Inkul, though, trading him out instantly, and it's just Prodigy now. And it's pretty much a shooting range for this guy at this point. Back now, flash out, perfectly executed, blocked and out, and yeah, wow.
Okay.
Prodigy doing Prodigy
Yeah, fair
things.
enough. You know what? I'm seeing where the name comes from. 4 kills in that round. Flashes for himself so that he can re-peek, even though the enemy team know exactly where he is. It's a bit of a Hail Mary, but yeah, sure, fair enough, I suppose. Great round from Teiko. And again, you know, they had so much more money to play with there, so it definitely makes a big difference for them coming in with the far superior buy in that and being able to get in, get that bomb planted, and shut down any sort of pushback from MIS. But now MIS have some guns. Got 2 MP9s to try to farm up a little bit of cash, going for this aggressive hold here. Banana control not going their way. Prodigy does get taken down early, but Inkwell brings that advantage back into Teiko's hands.
Teiko being able to shut down that Banana control just gives them a lot more space to work around with. There's still one more guy to be dealt with on B side, but I'm pretty sure Teiko is just not very keen on chasing him down. No moves being made on towards A side yet. All 3 of MIS alive, they are going to be gambling it out on A side. No rotations to be seen just yet either. Vuzi does have a smoke alive, and is going to be using it, and is definitely going to be buying him a lot more time. But Teiko, with 3 members being alive, 4 in fact, on towards Banana, they definitely can push through that smoke and get the trades down. But hey, not too keen again on losing even a single member.
Yeah.
40 seconds on the
I mean,
clock.
things.
Uzi.
I like that they've slowed it down though, because you know, you don't want to get overly aggressive. You don't want to catch yourself unawares. You don't want to give over too much information unnecessarily. They go info stop. The exec can come through. Perfectly placed utility, overrun the site. But like you were saying, Woozy still there. Still, never mind. Not there anymore.
Not there anymore. But yeah, side take has been done. Bombs planted, and that just leaves MIS in an unwinnable retake, which they are not going to go for, and just are going to hold on to their weapons. Teiko probably not seeming like they want to go for the hunt. They probably are going to go down towards mid, trying to clear some of the angles that they could find, you know, an MIS lurking around. But for now, they're just holding out a B. are going to run towards CT once the bomb is going to go off, and it's going to be the third round for these guys. So yeah, Teiko off to a really good start so far. They're being super aggressive, passive-aggressive in fact. They are getting the picks that they need to get, just slowing down after that, deciding the perfect move, and then acting on it. So yeah, Teiko playing it out really well so far. And MIS, they do have a little bit of money in their pockets. Flixo should be able to go for an M4, but the rest of them, probably not. So yeah, MIS, once again, might just have to. I mean, hey, Sam, it's Inferno you're on, right? This is pretty much, this is the kind of map where you just, if you lose 2 to 3 players of your team, especially on CT side, on a site, it just pretty much means, hey, just run away and save, because retaking Inferno, either of the sites, it's just practically impossible with, especially if you don't have a man advantage. So yeah, Teiko, if they're able to continue on pressuring these guys, getting the picks that they have been getting, they should be able to, you know, keep on their momentum that they do. But hey, there we go. MIS Esports telling us a different story this time around. Finding an early pick.
Ooh, shots not really connect. Oh, that's rough, man. Prodigy is actually just, oh my goodness, swings straight into Siren's crosshair, and Siren just puts him in the grave. This is rough. I mean, I get it. It's a bit of an anti-eco, but those were the 2 rifles that were saved from the previous round. Like, it's not like they were just chilling there with pistols. That's very rough. And MIS still opting to try and go for this. Part of me's like, maybe you just don't. Checks the wrong angle. How were you to know? It was a 50-50 check. Wrong 50, unfortunately. Okay, Flex with a bit of damage with the MP9, so a bit of extra cash in the back pocket there, but realistically, not terribly much more that can be done in this round. So hold some angles, hope somebody runs into your crosshairs, and go next.
Yeah, definitely is the case. I mean, that was a really nice angle taken by Horror there. It's actually a super sneaky angle, but yeah, Siren just being so aware of that was a really nice thing to see. And yeah, that is going to be the 4th round for Teiko, perfectly executing onto sides, and this time around they didn't even go for picks, just split up mid and second mid and just went all out on A sides, mowing every single player that comes into their way and scoring the round. So yeah, 0-4, swimming in cash right now, a lot of money to be saved, and well, on the other side, not so much. They did kind of eco in the previous rounds. They are going to be able to get the rifles and even investing an op into Luzi's hands, but the question is, how much value are they going to be able to get out of it? So yeah, we are going to be seeing that soon enough. Teiko. No contention towards Banana. And MIS Esports, they do surprisingly have banana control, so that is going to be helping them later in the round if they're able to hold on to it. But Teiko, they seem a lot more inclined towards mid, trying to fight perhaps a mid control, but the problem is MIS, they do have 3 players stacked up there. One is playing really close-up apps and fell short. Oh, Flexo getting that spray down onto Banana through the smoke is going to be getting the kill. If this boost kill, boosted spot is going to be really nice. The spray down is perfect there. Horror finding 2 and is going to be jumping away into safety as well. And now Teiko, they are 3 people down, 2 alive. They do have the money, so they definitely can go for a few kills if they want to. And that is definitely what Evil Scrabble seems like doing here, just walking out of apps there slowly and steadily. He knows that they have Banana, but no one is flanking just yet. Walking into an op. We have to land this, but Evil Scrabble's going to be finding that head perfectly, and that gives them a lot more space to work around with. Now it's just 1 guy remaining on site as the rotation comes through from Library. Koru is going to be cleared out with that Molotov. He runs out into small pit. They know he's there. It's just about the timing. The guy, Hope, is not even looking at him. Evil Scrabble still alive. Not a lot of HP to work around with. 1v2 situation. On down. Psycho. Knows exactly who he is, and there we go. The kill's gonna be secured. Wow. A lot of struggle there by Evil Scrabble, but yeah.
Yeah. I always say round 5 is a bit of a momentum shifter, because that's when teams generally have a bit of money to play with, and they can actually fight back. You know, you get something on a little bit more of an even kilter, and that's where teams really start making magic happen. And for MIS, that was exactly what they needed. A little bit more firepower to back their play, and they take full advantage. Now we come into the 6th round, and looking good to try to continue a little bit of a streak here. Now, they haven't done enough to Teiko's economy, of course, to stop them from being able to rebuy in. And of course, MIS, they, one more round win here, and they could be sitting absolutely pretty.
Yeah, definitely is the case. But now Teiko, they are having a change of pace because, yeah, the previous round definitely didn't go the way that they wanted to. And now, once again, as they made Banana their vulnerable spot in the previous round, they didn't contest Banana at all. They're just doing the opposite because, yeah, they do need that space to, keep MIS on their toes. And this time around, MIS not being very confident towards Banana either. They're just playing it out really passive from side. Just waiting for Teiko to make a move. Teiko just defaulting it out. They do have Banana cleared out, so MIS. 2 players are going to have to fight it out. Flixo, the pop flash is there. Flixo is going to be swinging off of it, but nobody's really blind and nobody's really out either. So no kill secured just yet. He's dropping his utils. He might just go for a dry peek once again, or maybe just rotate. MIS, if they misjudge this, it's going to end really badly for them. But hey, they do have 3 people posted on towards A, and that's exactly where Teiko is going. Charge control is there, and now they're going to have to fight out 2 people inside.
Huh. Okay, so Bomb is still bottom Banana, so it looks like they're wanting to push in towards this A site, but they've already lost a player. They've given up all of their Banana control, so now they have to commit to this, and it looks like that's exactly what they'll do. But Motion is ready and waiting. Inquil gonna do a little bit of damage to try to fight this back. Woozy shots, there you go, connect. This is a bit of a weird round, kind of in general. I think that they chose to commit a little bit too early in that round, right? They'd taken some heavy Banana control, they backed away, and they should have waited a little bit longer, and things just kind of fall to the wayside. But there at the bottom of your screen, you can see our veto. We didn't have the chance to go through it a bit earlier, and well, much to my excitement, our second map's going to be Train.
You just love Train, don't you?
I really do, man. I've been volleying for that map to come back into the map pool for ages. I'm so happy.
Yeah, it definitely is a nice addition. And well, we are going to be having cash back soon enough as well, so yeah, that's a nice thing too. And now, it seems we do have the UI slightly bugged again. It is once again, I mean, hey, it's exactly where we started out from. Take on the T. Yeah, there we go. It's fixed. So yeah, Take on the T side with 4 rounds secured, but they are having a little bit of a trouble against MIS right now because, yeah, they're just shutting them down every single round. And now, Teiko. It's, I really don't like how Teiko is going for a lot more passive approaches now because they simply are not working for them. The passive aggressiveness was really nice because the last time around they went inside A side, they just wasted a lot of time to pressurize MIS, right? They gave them time to set up inside. The way they were able to get short, but not really able to push inside side, kinda, made this round. But hey, it's done and dusted, it's gone, and now this is the round that we have to focus on. Hope is going to be finding the first pick on the side. There's one more guy to be dealt with, playing New Box. They definitely will clear him out soon enough eventually, but hey, he has the chance to get a few kills, but never mind. Eagle Scrabble is going to be saying no to that. Woozy still alive, up online, is going to be finding Siren right through the smoke. Woozy, just like Coffin, needs the help of his teammates to make this retake happen, and MIS seeming really confident on this retake. That new box Molly is super good, is going to be paving the way for Horror to get a kill, and now converting that situation into a 3v3. Horror keeps on pushing inside, but that angle, there we go! Horror doing all the work for his team, is going to be finding Dark as well, and yes, Evil Scrabble just shut down. He's shut out. Between the smoke, he can't do much, not getting the spam. Oh my god, MIS, the way they converted this round 3v4 into a win is just so phenomenal. What a round, what a play. Amazingly done.
Yeah, I mean, this turnaround is a perfect example of how, just winning the pistol and the subsequent rounds can make so much of a difference. Like, it honestly, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to continue that streak. Like, cool, it gives you a leg up, but it takes so much more than just that initial bit to be able to maintain control. So for MIS, sure, they lost the pistol round in the conversion. That's okay. They took their time. They built up an economy. They wanted to come back into this strong. And once we got to round 5, once they had a really robust buy behind them, they just started absolutely dominating. Teiko now onto a very broken purchase. Really not much to write home about. So realistically, this should be another MIS round, which would even out the scoreline, already proving to be a very close semi-final battle.
That is the case. 4-4. Teiko, though, they have slowed down quite a lot, and well, not having the weapons that they need is only going to slow them down further. Contact being made at Apps. Horror being the successful winner. Fine! Oh boy, almost getting caught, and actually will get caught with his pants down. He tried to smoke it off, but oh well, it's not going to work in his favor. Evil Scrabble finding the perfect timing onto him is going to be securing a kill and making it a 4-4 once again. But after that kill, they're now moving towards Banana, and well, MIS, will they go for a rotation? Because they did lose a player onto A. Never mind, they're judging this perfectly. Molly is there. CT smoked off, not crossing just yet. There we go, entering into side. That flash timing is perfect. Everyone is blind. Flexo's gonna be getting a kill off to it. Scout and a MAC-10. What can they really do up against an AK-47 that is just firing like an AK-47 does? Flexo is shutting this round down. But yeah, there we go, 4-4, as you said. An even scoreline for these guys. MIS Esports is now on the backup against Teiko. Teiko, though, are finally going to have the guns back. So yeah, this is the round where they need to make the difference to bring this back up. Because yeah, this is pretty much going head-to-head right now. These teams are equally doing well. Teiko have lost their momentum quite a lot, but kind of hoping to get it back.
But you see, now we're on a new round 5 of sorts. MIS win 4 rounds in a row, so perhaps this is where Teiko bring it back into their favor. Now, they do have... oh my god, bro. He just pushes mid through the smoke and gets 2 before he's traded. That's unreal. I was getting ready to be like on that Teiko hype train. Like, this is where they turn it back around. This is where they start making things happen. But no, Cora doesn't care. Just takes all of that space away from them. What are you supposed to do against that?
You really cannot do anything. You're just sitting there wondering, what is this guy doing? Why is he pushing down mid? What's wrong with him? And yeah, he just gets away with it too. So yeah, there's that. Done and dusted. MIS converting the round in their favor. And now it's time for Teiko to convert it back, because yeah, that is going to be their only chance. Once again, if they don't, they're going to be down on economy once again. Really nice for them. Luzi's going to be missing his first shot. Crossing has been made. They do have arches, but Luzi re-peeking into that, finds one, but it's instantly traded as it should be. And now that gives them entirety of arches. Only 2 that are alive, though. They do have to clear pit, and Evil Scrabble is on the job, making it into a 2v2. The bomb is going to be planted, and now they have to defend the side. Flexo making his way up from short. It doesn't have a teammate for his trade, but he doesn't need one, because Evil Scrabble is going to be found out. And now it's Siren all alone. Has to shut down 2. Already gets spammed. Down to red HP. He's barely running on anything, and Flexo is going to make it happen. Huge play for this guy. And the round as well.
A little bit of damage done for Teiko, and, you know, part of you is kind of like, yeah, you know, fair enough. Well done. That's something, but they needed more. The round starts off in the worst possible way for them, and recovery was just not an option. And it's unfortunate to see, but sometimes that is just how that cookie crumbles. And Siren, I mean, he had a great start to this map, had some really impactful frags early on, but not managing to replicate those same results, unfortunately, which means that Teiko are in a bit of trouble here. They're going to be able to buy into this, but losing this round will break their economy somewhat. Okay, it'll be max loss streak bonus, but I mean, how much do you really want to force into that? We're so close to the half as well. And for MIS, one more round here gets them 6. One more if Teiko have a broken econ and they go into the half at a lead. This is starting to look very treacherous for our previous, you know, second place winners. Yeah.
Pretty much. But now, They are making a move onto A side. A lot of angles to clear here. First kill has been secured onto Inkwell. They do know about the guy in pit. He's gonna be smoking himself off to stay alive for a bit longer, but is gonna be spammed eventually. Kill secured. Inkwell and Hoop doing all the work for his team there. 2 kills, 3 kills secured, in fact, and yeah, that's pretty much A side done and dusted. And as you said, Inferno, you lose 2 to 3 players, it's shame time. You save your weapons. And now that's going to be, well, Teiko finally securing a round after losing 5 in a row, making it a 5-5, and that gives them a little bit of hope of ending this half in their favor. Because, well, they're going to be able to hold on to the weapons and play for the next round. So, yeah, MIS, they finally are being, counter-pressured.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think you can underestimate the importance of Teiko winning this round with all 5 alive. They absolutely needed that so that they don't have to reinvest too heavily into the next. Now, obviously, they'll have to buy, their utility and maybe refresh some of that armor, but they don't have to invest into the weaponry, which is a huge boon for them and will really bode well for them into the final round of the half. Even if they lose this round, they'll still be able to get a buyout. And that is so crucial for them. On the other hand, MIS Esports, they've just managed to eke a buyout, but losing this round will put them onto, no cash. So they're going to be in a lot of trouble, and it's going to be really important for them to come out on top of this one for any sort of longevity.
Definitely is the case. Ocean being hot flash, they're trying to deal some damage, and yes sir, he will before going down. A lot of util damage done there, but still not good enough to being able to hold on to A side. And yeah, Teiko's all over A side right now. Bomb should be a free plant at this point, and now with 3 alive, retake definitely doable, but look at that. Game time it is once again. Playing it out for the very, very last round. They might go in for some exit frags, maybe Psycho, but yeah, Woozy definitely wants to hold on to his op and take on the other side once again, going in for the same play, even though they really don't really need to, because they are definitely going to have enough money for the next round. Oh well, as you said, holding on to the weapons just gives them, the perfect opportunity to just only buy utils and, well, make the perfect scenario for the next round as well.
Yeah, I think MIS calling this save is also important for exactly what I was saying earlier, like losing everything, losing all of their players here, their reinvest would be horrific because of how little money is left. And they bought into an AWP, so they really cannot afford to lose any more than what they already have. So that was the right call to make. Now they come into this round. It could have been devastating. It could have been that they were just on pistols, but no, they will be able to get a full buyout, a full belt of utility, kits across the board. They have everything that they need in terms of, what's equipment to even out the scoreline. But it takes more than just the equipment, You gotta have the driving force behind that equipment has got to be switched on. So hopefully for MIS they can nab this last round and make it a more competitive half.
Definitely is the case. Teiko being really aggressive towards B side right now. They already are pretty far up inside Banana. They already are entering into B side. There's just one guy to hold him down, and it's Flixo going down after getting only one, which is, well, really not a lot. It's not gonna be pushing Teiko behind at all, and now Woozy's gonna be the first one to try and find a pick. He's trying to see if anyone tries to get a cheeky angle there, but nobody too keen on doing that just yet. Teiko playing this out really safe, are gonna be smoking off CD once again, so the only path MIS can take here is Coffins. Time of the essence, Woozy. Bit of a miscalculation there, but it's fine. Moving into Coffin as the time runs out. The bomb is only ticking faster and faster. Woozy finds one. There we go. The retake has started. Motion is going to be getting a kill as well. No trades to be seen just yet. Koror bomb is being sticked. Dark player cleared out as well. How does MIS do this? Oh my god, that was so insane. I was convinced that they've lost. This is unwinnable. Teiko, the angles that they have, that's literally a cross. You cannot let anyone through, but somehow they play it out so perfectly that they're able to close this half out in a 6-6, an even scoreline, which gives both of the teams an equal chance at winning this first map. What a round by MIS, and yeah, really looking forward to how the next half goes, because yeah, MIS is just showing us really great things.
Yeah, I mean, that was the absolute bare minimum that MIS needed, and a bit of heroics towards the end there, being able to come out on top of that round, but ultimately all that matters is they did it. Now they've got to keep that going. Obviously in CS2, most of our maps are leaning a lot more heavily into being T-sided. So really strong possibility here for them to keep that momentum going, keep kind of building onto that. We already have one brand new team in the grand final. If we can make it a second, what an amazing storyline wouldn't that be? But we're only halfway through the first map, and there is still a lot to be played for. As now MIA start making their way all the way up on towards the site here. Prodigy struggling to connect those shots, finally will, but the rest of his teammates are kind of falling to the wayside as already the site has been taken control of by MIS. Bomb to get planted here. Evil Scrabble not waiting, gives no quarter. The shot will connect and somehow... What? Okay, that was a nasty shot, and Cora has to somehow 1v3 this one bar, getting run over by 2 players, and that's going to be Teiko with a clean retake.
Evil Scrabble just turned the round around there with those 2 clean headshots. I mean, MIS, it was a really nice side take. The way they chose to go through from arches instead of short. And the momentum that they had, they were just, in the first, 20 seconds of the round, they were already on site, which was a huge advantage for these guys because, yeah, that doesn't give Teiko any time to rotate, right? But still, the way they were able to land the... I mean, hey, it's a pistol round after all, Sam. All that really matters, because once you've expended your utilities, all that really matters is landing those shots. And, yeah, Evil Scrabble just perfectly, delivered. So, yeah, round for Teiko. What a play, what a round, and that's going to be their incentive to actually invest into the M4s, and Evil Scrabble is even going all out with the utilities, so yeah, definitely in this favor.
Brother. Sorry. Whenever I see that gun, I have to chuckle.
It's fine.
I mean, sure, we'll see. Maybe it gets results. Who knows? It's posted up in a good position for it. Unfortunately, MIS are posturing up banana here, so seems unlikely it's actually going to get any value.
Maybe in the late round.
Maybe.
Oh well. No moves really being made by MS here right now. Oh, never mind. As I say that, he just destroys Inquisitor. Nasty headshot landed, and that is 1 man down on B, which gives MIS a little bit of incentive to move towards B side, but for now, they are seeming that they don't really want to do that. Siren. Good smoke. Should be able to buy a lot of time, but hey, it doesn't really need to because MIS is now moving towards A side. 3 people up from Teiko posted up on A already. Prodigy being the first line of defense here. M4. Pop flash out. Prodigy not blinded. Good Molotov is going to be forcing him out of that position. That could have been really nasty for MIS, but they're just going to be canceling A side once again because, hey, Teiko, they did give away a little bit of information, and, well, MIS was like, oh, wait, never mind. That's way too many for us to handle.
That's a good read from Teiko. Instantly getting a rotation all the way across there. Okay, they're still going to have a roamer, but look at this. MIS just pushed straight through those smokes. The MAC-10s get up close and personal, but Siren's still alive on the back of the site. Is good for 2 before he's eventually traded out. He's done a lot, but will it be enough? 2 versus 3 here. Prodigy has taken so much damage. He's the only one with the M4, so he needs to try to get something done. Hope, come on. I'm waiting for the magic. Surely you have the opportunity to do something crazy here. You still technically do have the advantage in terms of weaponry, but nope. Yep, as you say, no kit, no time, no chance, and they're just gonna back out.
Prodigy is gonna be yeah, a little bit of wiggle there,
still gets one.
Yeah, boy. Eventually lost all of their weapons with a lot of damage dealt to MIS as well. MIS are going to be having to reinvest into that AK-47. Boozy just barely doesn't have enough cash. 3.3k, yeah, definitely not enough. But now it's a 7-7 with, well, a really good round coming in from MIS. Pistols is all that they had, and the way they were able to explode onto B site really just got the better of Teiko there. So yeah, now, it's a timeout from Teiko. They really need to think that, oh boy, how did we lose that pistol round again?
Now, what is the adaptation going to be here? Because to win the pistol and then lose the force is not great. The economic reset that comes off of that, exactly what we're seeing right now, right? Teiko one MP9 and some upgraded pistols. And that's all she wrote, which is devastating. They forced into that previous round, as was their right for winning the first round. But unfortunately, they let that round slip away from them. And for MIS, I mean, it's a perfect turnaround for them. They get to come into this round with all of the weaponry they could possibly want. And it looks like they could just turn this into that kind of runaway landslide.
Yep, definitely is the case. Teiko, 5-7s and Eagles. If they want any chance at winning this round, they're going to have to land those headshots. 5-7 probably posted. One is going to be posted inside Banana, and one's going to be up close in apps. But we are going to be seeing how much value Teiko's going to be able to get out of it. On the other side, we have the perfect weapons. There we go. Banana take is being forced, but that Molotov is really good, and the spray down from motion combined with it as well. Still though, Teiko is going to be able to sneak up close Banana with a 5-7, so that might be able to get a kill or two, but the problem is MAS might just not opt for Banana anymore because they know they had it. They've done what they needed to, and now A side is their haven to go to. Inkle.
Ooh.
Yeah, not really landing that shot. Could have gotten a pick out of that because he had the timing. The guy just had a Molotov in his hand. Motion still lurking towards V. He knows something's up. And he's ready for a push anytime it comes through. And on the other side, Ame is just being just as patient. Delaying this round might not be in their favor, but the problem is Teiko isn't exactly positioning themselves. Never mind, this is gonna work, because they are coming towards Arches. Inkwell up really close, 5-7's out, contact has been made. No, look at that, MIS not committing to it, going back to Banana motion. Will you clear this?
There's no way.
You have to.
There's no way.
You have to. He's clearing
There's no way!
There we go.
Okay.
I mean, the way he cleared right, it was bound. He was bound to clear left as well.
I'll be honest, I'm a little disappointed he did. I was ready for the
you just wanted a bit of a 5-7
chaos.
action. You're like, let's see this guy get a few kills, but oh well.
I am an agent of chaos, truly.
Oh boy.
There you go. A little bit of chaos, I suppose.
A little bit of it, but a lot to follow. Don't worry, you're gonna get all of it. The way these teams are playing, chaos is bound to follow. But for now, MIS is going to be ending this in a very non-chaotic way with Teiko getting that final headshot and turning it into an 8th round of theirs. But that was kind of expected to happen because, hey, Teiko, not a lot of guns on their side, and now they are going to be going in for a full eco and just gambling it all out in the final rounds of this game, with MIS now probably getting a 2-round lead after this, which Teiko is going to have to come back up from.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, a lot of this I feel like is off the back of just kind of being hyper aggressive. And it's kind of like both teams just running into each other. That round was a bit of an exception, but most of these rounds are ending very quickly. Which is, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's like when you're doing a martial art, you know, when you're being too quick, you leave a lot of openings for your opponent to find and to exploit. And so something a bit too fast in these rounds can open up a lot of areas for exploitation. Which I think that both of these two teams, and both teams are doing a really good job of finding those openings, which is why it's been so bad. There is no way we get a second Zeus kill today. I refuse. It's not happening. I am manifesting. I'm anti-manifesting. What is anti-manifesting?
Anti-manifesting it is, but Evil Crabble is going to be there to try and piss you off. Flashes. No, never mind. Hope is going to be getting him first. Oh, did he fire Zeus? I think it. I mean, hey, CS2 now. These things recharge, so he is gonna have another chance at it. But hey, on the other side of the map, MIA is already walking into B side, and nobody's really defending B side, so it's gonna be all open for these guys. Inkle trying to go for a pick there at mid, but he's gonna be shut down instantly by Woozy. Still though, kind of winnable because you still do have a Deeg and a Galil, but as soon as the bomb goes down, there's a timer going down, so you have to make it in time because you don't have a kid, and Taika's going to be shutting one down as well, turning the odds around even more. Post-plan predictions, 24%. Yeah, no, not happening.
I don't know. Stranger things. Stranger things. Maybe not today, but on some days, you know, we get to see some shenanigans.
It's Counter-Strike.
But it is, you know, these things do happen. Unfortunately, this is not going to be the round where it does happen. The bomb will tick away. It will be allowed to explode. And MIS will go up to 9. Any of them die to the bomb? Do they? Did they make it out?
Nope.
Yeah,
they
they're
made
fine.
it out.
Yeah, they're fine. They're fine. And there you go. 2-round deficit here. Teiko only managing to save the 1 gun into this next round that they managed to yoink away. We'll see if they can do something now that they have weapons again. Of course, that was a little bit of a throwaway round. We didn't really expect too much to come out of it. But now, bit of a last chance saloon to a certain extent, because losing this round will put MIS on double digits. It will kind of cripple Teiko's economy, which could allow MIS to snowball all the way up to 13. So this is a pivotal round for Teiko. It is a must-win for them.
Definitely is the case. They need to break this momentum that has built up. Not a lot of good guns on the board, but hey, good enough to make it work. So a good amount of util being invested into Banana, and some damage delivered as well. But there's the flash, there's the peek as well, and making perfect work out of it. As Inkfield's gonna be finding the first pick and smoking it off. That is Banana closed down. Nobody's crossing through anymore. Look at Flexo. Look at Flexo. How is he there? Hello? Somebody keep an eye on him. He's already
He's threaded the needle.
This could be huge. Prodigy found. Now they know about him. But as soon as they peek that he's going to be able to make his way through Banana, he knows that was the last guy rotating. Never mind. Ankle's still alive. I'm blind. But are they?
Ain't no way. Ain't
They don't
no
know. They don't
way.
know.
They don't even check, bro. And now Flix is in danger because there are 2 people coming in towards him. With only 2 players left alive here for MIS, they're so far away from each other. Woozy goes down. Flix can 1v2 maybe, but he's lost control of the bomb. So what can you do realistically? Not very much. You know what? I liked the idea. I thought that it showed a lot of promise. Unfortunately, they don't check for Inkwell. And they just die on the site, which is a bit of a misplay.
Kind of valid to not be checking for Inkwell there, because hey, Flixo made his way all down towards CT, right? And he heard a guy go towards library, and he was like, okay, 1 guy rotated, and he just sees another one, and he takes him down. That's like 2 players down, and both of them were rotating, so nobody else should be on B. And his team was like, oh, okay, we go B. And somehow they had 3 posted up on B, and Inkwell just turns the round around entirely. So yeah, it's kind of unlucky and a bit of a, I wouldn't really call it a mistake, because that was just, you know, being a little less cautious that they should have been. Now, once again, contention being made out of Banana. 3 people once again posted up from Teiko. 1 guy not using his utils at all, so Teiko, not a lot of information being given to MIS. For all they really know, it might just be only 2 people, but now MIS once again defaulting it out really well. They were able to show some presence on towards Banana, and they still are, in fact, while the rest of them move in to A site. Hope. No contact made except for 1 guy on towards Apps, who was just dinked. So yeah, that's just shuts him down for a repeat. He definitely is not going for that again. And it seems like MIS is now inclining towards B side, and well, they are going to be walking into a high and low into Inkle and Prodigy. Inkle likely to get taken down, but Prodigy is going to have the prime time to get a lot more kills, but never mind, the trade is perfectly there. 2 kills secured on Banana. B side completely opened up. 4 players in fact alive on MIS's side. They have actually won a lot of retakes, but okay, never mind. That just makes it impossible for Teiko. That 1 up kill from Vuzi, the way he just climbed up, found 1 instantly, yeah, shuts down any chance of Teiko getting this round. So yeah, that's going to be a 8-10. Round was going pretty nicely in Teiko's favor, but the only reason for that was MIS being insanely passive. They were just trying to find a few picks here and there, but as soon as they, blasted onto site, that was pretty much there, done and dusted there.
But that's kind of what I was alluding to a little bit earlier as well. Like with so many of these rounds being so incredibly fast, it's really easy to find those mistakes. What I like is that there's a change of pace here. it's a bit of conditioning. You condition the opponent to think that you're just going to keep kind of hitting W. And so as soon as they spot a little bit of not necessarily aggression, but as soon as they spot someone, they're like, oh, guys, it's going to be here. And you can very easily start to kind of get in their heads and play those mind games. And so MIS do a really good job of doing that and kind of switching up the pace a little bit and causing Teiko to have to kind of double take a little bit and figure out, oh, are they actually doing this? Is this a fake? Oh, man. And then things just kind of start to fall apart at that point. And this also leads into what I was saying a bit earlier about how, CS2, little bit T-sided. Economy plays a large part in that. But, yeah, we are seeing a lot of teams getting a lot more value on the T side these days. And this is where things are very dangerous. I mentioned that a couple rounds back was Teiko's must-win round. They did win that. Unfortunately, they capitulated very quickly thereafter. So now MIA regain the control up to double digits. Teiko only have 2 guns in this round, which means that MIS are looking to post up to 11. And things are starting to get very, very treacherous. I just want to double check, but yeah, this was MIS's map pick. So we are kind of expecting them to come out on top of this one.
They're making it happen. Roar. Finding the picks that they need to is just complete obliteration. The only guy going down is going to be Flixo. Now, well, that's pretty much the 11th round for you, ladies and gentlemen. It's like MIS is, they're going all out now, and it's really, as you said, Teiko, they were able to get the round that they needed, but they weren't exactly able to follow up with it, and now that fact is exactly causing their demise now. Hope, last alive, AK-47 probably wants to hold on to it for the next round because, well, they are going to have money, but not quite sure how the rest of the team is doing. But yeah, still, Teiko, this is going to be pretty much against the odds comeback if they want to make it happen. Because 8-11, definitely doable, but it's going to be hard for these guys to do.
I talk about the miracle run, right? That's basically what's expected here. The Herculean task. Hercules walked up the mountain and got told, all right, you got to go, I don't know, kill a giant lion and skin it. Manticore even. And this is a similar type of thing, it feels like, for Teiko. They have to get 3 rounds. They do have to kill a lion. MIS, presumably, is the lion in this scenario?
Yeah, I guess. Or wait, who's the guy with the most amount of kills and it's Horror's the lion.
There you go. Oh, geez. Damn! 20 and 12. I didn't even realize. Okay, man is having a game.
Really is. There we go. In kill. Oh, he doesn't leave banana. Look at that. The confidence on this guy. The mollies on phase. He chooses to hold on to that defense line. He doesn't want to let go of it. And yeah, MIS just not crossing that smoke quite yet because, well, they know something's up. And we're just going to keep on to banana, not really letting go of it. Perfect flash from this guy. And yeah, Horror's going to be finding the pick. Instantly traded off, though. Hope doing good work out there. Not really letting MIS in. And now they're leaning back towards B side as they show their presence. And, well, Inkul has left the front lines and now is going to be playing passively from side. Siren smoke readied up. As soon as he makes contact, he's going to be throwing that out and just holding it out. But let's see how well it goes out for him. CT smoked off. Peeking out of the smoke, he's blind though. Not really able to find anyone, but guess who's not blind? It's going to be Siren finding one out. But hey, both of them taken down. Bomb planted. Prodigy approaching site with just an op. This is definitely very, very doable for these guys. Swiping the op for an M4. Has 2 anglers to clear out. Motion is actually playing a really good spot there. But oh well, never mind. Not anymore because he's been smoked off. Psycho all alone on site playing dark. What the utilitarians on so point? This is amazing. Teiko though, still alive, finds one, needs to get one more as Prodigy walks into his crosshair, but the reaction is just not on time. It's a 1v1. Bomb's being defused, he's gonna stick it. He's gonna stick it. He has it! He has it! Motion! Just doesn't pick in time! Oh my god! Pros don't fake, indeed it is. Oh my god, what a round.
Brother, Teiko had no right to win that round. I'm gonna be straight up with you guys right here and now, just between us. They should not have won that round. A lot of kind of misplays, it felt like, from MIS. Things start to get a little bit wonky as that round goes on. But you know, at the end of the day, it's props to Teiko because they find the chinks in the armor and they exploit it. And that's exactly what you need to be doing if you want to climb up to the echelons of Counter-Strike stardom. I think that one of the big issues there is that Korra activates too early. And it doesn't give enough time for MIS, and then they don't activate quickly enough after he gets spotted out and killed, which is a bit of an unfortunate way for that round to kick off because it just makes it really obvious, like, oh, they're definitely not coming A. We can refocus our attentions. So let's see if we see the similar mistakes again, as now Teiko have an opportunity to keep clawing back in. Another win here. MIS will still be able to buy in, but now they've already lost foe. That's okay. Psycho will back up. How do they just keep getting into CT spawn, bro? Like, what?
Well, that just means that Teiko's arch control is not strong enough. Or rather, they don't want to keep arch, but, well, that's not really, you know, there's no reasoning behind that for them to do so. But, oh well, they now do have arches and CT as well, so any sort of rotation is cut off. Siren, though, is going to be shutting one guy down, and it's going to be just going all out to find the other one. Peeking out, because yeah, that's his job. There we go. Horror finally into the battlefield. He's gonna be finding out one pit. That gives him enough space to move on to into side, and he's gonna be mowing on. Horror finding two, opening up side. Retake situation created. One coming through arches. One is gonna be mid. Positions are good. Should be able to hold them down. Just about the timing. Just about what they hold. Inkwell knows about small pit now. Motion. Inkle has a kit, so yeah, he's the guy who needs to make it into side, because if he's down, Siren has no way of winning this. There we go, MP9 on side, run and gun on point, and the second kill has been secured as well. What? So well coordinated. This. Oh my god.
I love that neither one of these teams is willing to give up, man. The tenacity that we're seeing, the fact that they just keep fighting back round after round, instance after instance. I mean, I'm getting flashbacks to Train, right? Where neither one of the teams is willing to allow that to slip away from them. We could very easily be heading into yet another overtime scenario as both teams continue to just keep duking it out back and forth. Now, looking at the economy, both teams in a very dangerous position right now. Like, both very much on the knife's edge. There isn't too much of a loss bonus either. So for both teams, things are getting really sticky, and whichever team wins here may very well win the whole map.
Is the case, banana aggression to be seen, but Psycho's gonna be taking perfect care of that by shutting down two. Inkwell, Prodigy, both down. Siren moving back into site, has to hold down a lot more, but that is the case if MIS decides to push further up. But guess what? They don't. Hope on the other side of the map is going to be finding the A-Lurk. Horror has been taken down. That leaves MIS stuck inside Banana because they don't really know if there's been a mid push, and that B-side is their only real option at this point.
Brother, where was the util? Like, smokes go down and then everyone just runs straight through the smoke. It was so odd. And then, obviously, that kind of turns it into a bit of a firing gallery. But, interestingly, Teiko not opting to really rotate as of yet. So, MIS in a really good position here to take the site. Good little belt of util to come through here. Smoked off all the right spots. They're going to get in onto the site for free. They're going to get that bomb planted. Teiko now taking the time to get this retake into position. I love that they're doing a three-pronged push here. Unfortunately, oh no. Oh, I thought there was a molly there, but no. It's a free walk up Banana. Two players expecting it. Do they think that he'll be this close? They don't check it properly. They check and they turn around.
Please turn around.
Scrabble.
Yes, you do.
Oh! No. And he gets two. There's no way, brother. 2 versus 1 now. Motion somehow has to clutch this one and will be denied. Defuse to come through from Teiko.
That's so unfortunate, guys. Play the position that you were playing. Okay, whatever. It's 11-11. That's all we know. That's all I know. And
I don't know much, but I know what the score is.
Yeah, I don't know much. I don't know what these guys are doing, but yeah. So, well, Teiko, really good on the weaponry. Unfortunately, not the same story on the other side. And MIS, the way they were doing so well so far, it's kind of seeming unlikely for them. And as you said, whoever gets the 12th round might as well take the map. And now Teiko is kind of seeming like the team that's going to do it. But hey, Sam, once again, we have just as much of a chance of an OT as we did in the previous game. So, yeah. Kind of looking forward to that.
I mean, yeah, it seems very likely, especially if we get like an eco situation here where, you know, these lesser buy guns manage to do some crazy damage. There's a world in which MIS have the full buy in the next round and Teiko have nothing. So, you know, I'm living for it. Like I said, Agent of Chaos at your service. But it does seem like that's somewhat unlikely as Teiko now posturing to take us up to 12 and take us to map point. And remember, this is MIS's map pick. So Teiko snagging the win here could be the difference maker. Exec to come through, Siren to get the first kill. Oh, but they do manage to return fire. Inkle, however, will keep that control in Teiko's hands. They don't want to give over too much of anything. Bomb to get planted as Teiko now have to still rotate in. They don't have Banana Lurk this time around. So all 4 players will be pushing from the same direction and still utility up in their faces. Flash dodged. Cora holds the line. A double kill to come through. Now the last 2 players for Teiko. Oh, my dream may come true, but Scrabble is playing ducking and diving so well, but no, cannot clutch it out. MIS in the most unexpected fashion do indeed eco. Teiko? I was going for something there, but it didn't really work. Anyways, great round. Good stuff.
Eco,
kind of.
Teiko, yeah, it works. It actually works. Now,
a little bit. Yeah, we take those.
Unfortunately, it's not working out for Teiko themselves, so MIS just snatched around right out of their hands where Teiko clearly had the advantage, but now MIS are going to be the ones to have a really good chance of actually to closing this out right away. It's really down to how they play this out, because they don't really want to lose it the way they made Teiko lose it the last time. 3 people posted up on towards B, a lot of utilities being invested towards Banana, but nothing really played off of it just yet. Hope. P250. Hope in his heart. Contact made, but he's gonna fall back right after that. It was wise to, in fact, with that nade. Being secured so far. Hope just a P250. How many can he get? Only 1, unfortunately. Moving on to side. Bombs being planted. Well, not just yet. Come on, do it. There you go. Well, it's now a 4v4 retake for Teiko. Not good guns to have for the retake, but are they going to be able to do it?
Unfortunately, well, I mean, they've got a bit of util to work with here. They could very easily retake the site with this, but they have a serious deficit in weaponry. No, they're falling apart. There's only 1 kid left. Inkwell, the last one left alive. He's the one with that kit, but they now know exactly where he is. Shots through the smoke to shut him down, and MIS, against all odds, will secure their own map pick. What a